Hello, fabulous TAs. 6 situations to avoid in one-to-one support and safer alternatives. Working one-to-one with students is a rewarding but sensitive role where maintaining clear boundaries is essential to ensure a safe and supportive environment. While building trust and rapport with the student is important, there are specific situations that teaching assistants should avoid to protect both the student's well-being and their own professional integrity. So in this video, we'll look at 6 situations TAs should steer clear of when working one-to-one, along with safer alternatives to handle these situations effectively. Following these guidelines not only aligns with safeguarding policies, but also helps create a secure, positive space for the student to thrive. But first, just a little bit about me if you don't know me. My name is Lauren Reesner and I was a TA, one-to-one and HLTA for 20 years. I now create books, instant download PDFs and videos that help teaching support staff go from not knowing the answers to their problems to getting the answers so they can be the TA, LSA, one-to-one, CA and HLTA they want to be. And to get the ball rolling, come and join my free resource hub because it contains a load of TA golden nuggets that will answer a lot of the questions you have about your role. And every Saturday, you'll get an email from me with even more free stuff inside. If that sounds good to you, put "I want your free resources" into the comments below this video and I'll give you the link. Okay, one-to-one safeguarding situation to avoid. 1. Avoid being in a closed room alone with the student or child. Why to avoid? Working in a closed room can create vulnerabilities for both the student and TA, increasing the risk of misunderstandings or accusations. So what do you do instead? If privacy is needed, keep the door open or ensure there is a window for visibility. Alternatively, choose a spot in a shared area where you can maintain supervision while still focusing on the student. It's a tricky one. Most doors in schools do have some kind of glass panelling, so I would say always stay in view of that so people walking past can see you. One-to-one children, it depends on what's gone on in their lives, but any child can feel vulnerable with an adult if they've been in a bad situation or if they're in a bad situation, unless they know you really well. Older children know which, things to say that can get you into trouble. So it's just one to be really mindful of and to avoid if you can. One-to-one safeguarding situation to avoid. 2. Avoid physical contact when comforting or assisting. Why to avoid? Physical contact, even when well-intentioned, can be misinterpreted and may violate safeguarding policies. What to do instead? Use verbal encouragement to comfort the student. For tasks requiring assistance, like helping a child to get dressed after PE, encourage them to try independently or ask another staff member for support if necessary. I mean, often in that situation, you are in a class, with other kids and the teacher. So you are a bit safer in that situation, and so are they. Swimming is a tricky one. If you've got a child, say a child that might have cerebral palsy that needs a bigger cubicle and they're a cubicle on their own, don't go into that cubicle to help them on your own. Under no circumstances do that. Ask another member of staff to be with you. One-to-one safeguarding situation to avoid. 3. Avoid private conversations about personal issues. Why to avoid? Engaging in personal conversations can blur professional boundaries and create a dependency that may be unhealthy for the student. What to do instead? Keep conversations focused on school-related topics and avoid sharing personal details. If a student begins to discuss personal issues of their own, listen without probing and reassure them. Then pass on any concerns to the safeguarding lead. Report it as well using the system that your school uses. So if you're concerned about anything they've said, always report it. And obviously, I've heard TAs chat about their children, their own children. I think a certain amount of it's all right, but when it may be you're in danger of telling a child just a little bit too much about your own life. So just try to avoid it. Use your common sense. One-to-one safeguarding situation to avoid 4. Avoid giving or receiving gifts. Why to avoid? Exchanging gifts can be seen as favouritism and may create an unintended attachment or expectation. What to do instead? Praise students verbally and encourage intrinsic motivation. So if a student or child brings a gift and it's not Christmas or the end of term, etc., thank them and tell them you're going to share it with the class teacher. And let their parents or carers know that school policy requires you to share gifts with the class or hand them to the teacher. I mean, I have seen TAs bring in a gift for their one-to-one, just as an impromptu thing. And, the other children can feel a little bit left out. It's just, it's childlike, isn't it? They wonder why this child's getting something and they haven't. What have they done wrong? So I just think it's, unless it's a celebratory time of year or it's the end of term and everyone's doing it, just don't. One-to-one safeguarding situation to avoid 5. Avoid situations where you're alone with the student during personal care tasks. Why to avoid? Personal care tasks can be vulnerable situations for both the TA and the student, increasing the risk of misinterpretation. What to do instead? If personal care is required, follow the school's protocols, which may include asking another staff member to be present or notifying a designated person who is authorised to assist. Always prioritise privacy in a professional way that ensures safety and comfort. Just avoid a situation where you think, oh, it'll just be quicker if I get on and do this on my own. If the child is young, they might not think to say anything, but they might feel very uncomfortable. Also, someone may see you do it, and you just never know what's in school what that someone might decide to say. Also, an older student just might say something about you. It's just not a good situation to be in, to be on your own, so just avoid it. One-to-one safeguarding situation to avoid 6. Avoid offering lifts or meeting outside of school. Why to avoid? Meeting outside of school can compromise professional boundaries and lead to safeguarding concerns no matter how well intentioned. What to do instead? Maintain your role as a TA strictly within school hours and on school grounds. If a student or their family requests extra help outside of school, refer them to the appropriate school resources or support services. I just think that's just a sensible way to go about things. Do not blur the lines and the boundaries between school and home. By avoiding these situations, TAs can maintain a professional environment that supports both the safety of students and their own role as a trusted member of staff. Following these guidelines helps uphold safeguarding policies while still providing effective and compassionate support to students. Question: is there anything else about safeguarding you'd like to know? Because safeguarding is a tricky subject, so any question you have, write your question in the comments section below this video, because your question will benefit everyone. I hope this video has helped. Let me know in the comments if it has, or if there's anything else you'd like to know. Here are some more videos I've created about safeguarding. I'll put a link to my safeguarding playlist on YouTube in the description section below this video. And the link to my free resource hub, where you'll get All these free resources and more is also in the description section below this video. Here's how to get to the description section. If you're not sure, on your phone, tap on the little V under the video to expand the description section. On your laptop, click on Show More to expand the description section, and I've given you little yellow arrows to show you where to tap and click. Thank you so much for watching. All the TA content I create for my videos is completely free, so if you'd like a way to thank me, you can do so by giving each video you watch a thumbs up. That really does make a difference. And I'd very much appreciate your support with this, please. Don't forget to check out my resources in the description section below this video. And you can watch more videos about safeguarding here.